Following the combined efforts of several talented writers and the guidance of a creative director, many people believe that the finished version of Blazing Saddles came from meticulous planning and careful thought. However, this assumption overlooks an interesting twist in the film's development. One of the most beloved lines, which many fans quote even today, actually emerged from a fluke during filming. The actors, fully immersed in their roles, delivered lines that were improvised on the spot, creating moments that felt genuine and spontaneous. This approach allowed the humor to evolve organically, deviating from the script. The iconic line that captured the audience's attention came about when an unexpected laugh during a take sparked a new direction for the scene. The filmmakers embraced this happy accident, recognizing it resonated with viewers. In this way, what is now a cherished part of cinema history was never intended to be scripted. The moment reflects the unpredictability of filmmaking, showcasing how sometimes the best elements arise from mistakes. Mel Brooks, the director of Blazing Saddles, was known for his innovative approach and willingness to allow his cast members to get creative with their lines, contributing to the film's status as one of the greatest comedic creations of all time. His unique style of direction encouraged actors to improvise, leading to memorable moments that were not scripted. This freedom resulted in a film that felt fresh and spontaneous, capturing the essence of comedy in a way that resonated with audiences. Brooks had a keen sense of timing and an understanding of humor that allowed him to blend satire with slapstick, making the film both a parody of westerns and a commentary on social issues. The chemistry among the cast was palpable, as they bounced off each other's energy, creating a dynamic that was both hilarious and engaging. Brooks's ability to foster a collaborative environment meant that the film was not just a product of his vision, but a collective effort that showcased the talents of everyone involved. This approach not only made Blazing Saddles a landmark in comedy, but also set a precedent for future filmmakers to embrace improvisation and creativity in their work. The film's legacy continues to influence comedic storytelling, proving that a director's willingness to adapt and innovate can lead to timeless classics. In 1974, Blazing Saddles emerged as a groundbreaking film that challenged the norms of its time. It was an unexpected success, captivating audiences with its bold and boundary-pushing humor. The film, directed by Mel Brooks, tackles sensitive topics such as race and social issues, using satire to highlight the absurdities of prejudice. This approach allowed viewers from various backgrounds to connect over its comedic elements, creating a shared experience that was both entertaining and thought-provoking. The film's irreverent style and sharp wit broke away from traditional westerns, presenting a fresh take on the genre. Characters like Bart, played by Cleavon Little, and the bumbling governor, portrayed by Mel Brooks himself, became iconic figures in cinema history. The film's memorable lines and outrageous scenarios resonated with audiences, making it a cultural touchstone. By blending humor with social commentary, Blazing Saddles opened the door for future films to explore similar themes, leaving a lasting impact on the film industry and popular culture. Blazing Saddles touched on sensitive topics like racism and inclusivity, pushing the boundaries of what was acceptable in film and serving as a pioneer in the entertainment industry. The film boldly addressed issues of race and discrimination, using humor to highlight the absurdity of prejudice. By placing a black sheriff in a predominantly white town, it challenged stereotypes and forced audiences to confront their own biases. The film's satirical approach allowed it to tackle serious subjects while still entertaining viewers, making it a unique blend of comedy and social commentary. Its impact was significant, as it opened the door for more films to explore similar themes. The success of Blazing Saddles demonstrated that audiences were ready for more honest discussions about race and identity in America. The film's irreverent style and willingness to confront uncomfortable truths set a precedent for future filmmakers. It encouraged a new wave of comedy that could address societal issues without shying away from controversy. This legacy continues to influence filmmakers today, as they strive to create works that resonate with diverse audiences and reflect the complexities of modern society. The film was surrounded by various controversies, primarily due to its bold use of racial slurs and its satirical take on sensitive topics. The language and themes presented in Blazing Saddles sparked heated debates about racism and the portrayal of African Americans in cinema. Many critics and audiences were taken aback by the film's willingness to confront these issues head-on, which was a significant departure from the norms of the time. Unplanned scenes, such as the iconic campfire scene, became memorable moments that contributed to the film's legacy, showcasing the unpredictable nature of comedy and the creative process. Mel Brooks faced significant risks with the production of Blazing Saddles. He was aware that the film could provoke backlash from both critics and audiences who might not appreciate its irreverent humor. Despite the potential for negative reactions, Brooks stood firm in his vision, refusing to make cuts or edits that would dilute the film's message. This decision ultimately paid off, as the film became a commercial success and a cult classic, demonstrating that taking risks in storytelling can lead to groundbreaking cinema. The controversies surrounding Blazing Saddles have continued to fuel discussions about race, comedy, and the boundaries of artistic expression, solidifying its place in film history. The idea for Blazing Saddles began with a 30-page outline created by Andrew Bergman. This initial concept laid the groundwork for what would become a groundbreaking comedy. Mel Brooks, known for his unique style of humor, took this outline and collaborated with a team of writers, including the talented Richard Pryor, to develop it into a full script. The film's narrative was not just a simple parody, it tackled serious themes like racism and the absurdity of stereotypes, all while maintaining a comedic tone that resonated with audiences. Casting played a pivotal role in the film's success, particularly for the characters of Sheriff Bart and the Waco Kid. The filmmakers understood that these roles needed to be filled by actors who could deliver both humor and depth. Cleveland Little was ultimately chosen to portray Sheriff Bart, bringing a charismatic presence that was essential for the character's journey. Gene Wilder was cast as the Waco Kid, adding a layer of charm and wit that complemented Little's performance. Interestingly, other prominent actors, including John Wayne, were approached for these roles but declined, which ultimately allowed Little and Wilder to shine in their performances. The chemistry between the two actors became a defining element of the film, contributing to its lasting legacy in cinema. The script for Blazing Saddles was a collaborative effort involving Mel Brooks, Andrew Bergman, Richard Pryor, Norman Steinberg, and Alan Uger. Each writer brought their unique perspective to the project, but it was Pryor who strongly pushed for the inclusion of racial slurs. His intention was to emphasize the film's sharp satire of bigotry and racism, making it clear that the film was not just a comedy, but a commentary on societal issues. This bold choice was crucial in shaping the film's narrative and tone, allowing it to tackle sensitive subjects with humor and insight. One of the standout moments in Blazing Saddles came from an unscripted scene that has since become iconic. The line, "These are the people of the land, the common clay of the New West. You know morons," was not originally part of the script. Instead, it emerged spontaneously during filming, showcasing the chemistry and improvisational skills of the actors. This moment perfectly encapsulated the film's irreverent humor and its ability to blend scripted dialogue with genuine, unscripted interactions. The decision to keep this line in the final cut added to the film's charm and authenticity, making it a memorable part of cinematic history. The theme song for Blazing Saddles, performed by Frankie Laine, was crafted with a serious tone in mind. Laine, a well-known singer of the time, was completely unaware that the film he was contributing to was a comedy. This lack of knowledge added an unexpected layer of humor to the song's placement within the film. As audiences watched the movie, they were treated to Laine's powerful and earnest rendition, which contrasted sharply with the absurdity and satire that characterized the film's narrative. The juxtaposition of the serious theme song against the backdrop of comedic scenes created a unique experience for viewers. It highlighted the film's clever use of irony, as the audience could appreciate the sincerity of Laine's performance, while simultaneously recognizing the ridiculousness of the situations unfolding on screen. This clever choice in music not only enhanced the film's comedic elements, but also showcased the talent of Frankie Laine, who delivered a memorable performance that has remained a talking point among fans of the film. The song's serious nature, combined with the film's outrageous humor, contributed to the overall charm and lasting impact of Blazing Saddles in cinematic history. Mel Brooks faced a lawsuit from actress Hedy Lamarr due to the character name Hedley Lamarr in his film Blazing Saddles. Lamarr claimed that the name was too similar to her own, which led to legal action. The lawsuit was eventually settled out of court, but it contributed to the film's growing notoriety and discussions surrounding its content. This incident highlighted the film's bold and irreverent approach to comedy, which often pushed boundaries. Additionally, the character Mongo, portrayed by former NFL star Alex Karras, became a memorable figure in the film. Mongo is best known for a scene where he punches a horse, a moment that has become iconic in cinematic history. This particular scene was inspired by a story shared with Brooks by comedian Sid Caesar, adding a layer of humor and absurdity to the character. Mongo's strength and simplicity, combined with the outrageousness of the horse-punching scene, made him a standout character in a film filled with memorable moments. The combination of the lawsuit and Mongo's antics helped solidify Blazing Saddles as a significant piece of film history, showcasing the unique blend of humor and controversy that Mel Brooks was known for. Initially, Warner Brothers executives expressed significant concerns regarding the content of Blazing Saddles. They were particularly worried about the film's use of racial slurs and its controversial scenes, which they believed could alienate audiences and provoke backlash. As a result, they suggested making substantial cuts to the film to tone down its provocative elements. However, Mel Brooks, the film's director and co-writer, firmly refused to comply with these demands. He held the final cut rights for Blazing Saddles, which empowered him to maintain the film's original vision and unfiltered humor. This decision was crucial, as it allowed Brooks to keep the controversial scenes that contributed to the film's unique comedic style. The pushback from the studio only highlighted the boldness of the film, and Brooks's determination to present a raw and honest portrayal of the issues at hand ultimately played a significant role in the film's success. The unrestrained humor and satirical take on race relations resonated with audiences, making Blazing Saddles a landmark in cinematic history. Despite the initial negative reactions from critics, the test screenings of Blazing Saddles in major cities revealed a different story. Audiences responded enthusiastically, laughing, and enjoying the film's unique blend of humor and social commentary. This positive reception played a crucial role in the film's eventual wide release and commercial success. The film, directed by Mel Brooks, pushed boundaries with its provocative content, tackling issues of race and stereotypes in a way that was both bold and satirical. In today's more sensitive cultural climate, many believe that a film like Blazing Saddles could not be made. Its humor, which often relied on racial slurs and stereotypes, would likely face significant backlash. However, the film is celebrated for its audacity and its ability to make audiences think while they laugh. It holds a special place in cinematic history, not just for its comedic value but also for its commentary on societal norms. The legacy of Blazing Saddles continues to influence filmmakers and comedians, reminding them of the power of satire and the importance of challenging the status quo. Initially, the film's title was Tex-Ex, which reflected a more straightforward approach to the Western genre. However, as the project developed, the title changed to Black Bart, a nod to the infamous outlaw of the Old West. This title shift aimed to capture the essence of the film's comedic take on traditional Western tropes. Yet, neither of these titles fully conveyed the unique blend of humor and absurdity that Mel Brooks envisioned. After much consideration, Brooks settled on Blazing Saddles. This title resonated with him as it encapsulated the wild spirit of the Western genre, while also highlighting the film's outrageous and satirical nature. The final title, Blazing Saddles, became iconic, representing not just a film but a cultural commentary on race, politics, and the absurdity of societal norms. The evolution of the title reflects the creative journey of the film, showcasing how it transformed from a conventional Western to a groundbreaking comedy that challenged the status quo. Blazing Saddles received 3 Oscar nominations, highlighting its artistic merit and the impact it had on the film industry. The film's bold approach to comedy and social commentary resonated with audiences and critics alike, leading to its preservation in the National Film Registry. This recognition cements its status as a significant piece of American cinema, showcasing its cultural relevance and historical importance. The film's commercial success is equally impressive, as it returned almost 1,000% of its production cost and revenue. This remarkable financial achievement demonstrates not only the film's popularity at the time of its release, but also its enduring legacy. Even 50 years after its debut, Blazing Saddles continues to be discussed and analyzed, reflecting its lasting influence on comedy and film. Its unique blend of humor and social critique has inspired countless filmmakers and comedians, ensuring that its impact will be felt for generations to come. In 1974, Mel Brooks emerged as a cinematic force with his iconic films Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein, solidifying his reputation as one of America's most beloved comedic talents. Blazing Saddles, often hailed as a groundbreaking work, stands out as arguably the funniest Western ever made. The film's audacious humor and unconventional narrative structure invite both admiration and critique, making it a topic of lively discussion among viewers. At the heart of Blazing Saddles is a plot that could be described as delightfully chaotic. The film follows a group of unscrupulous land speculators who aim to construct a railroad through the quaint, yet stubborn, town of Rock Ridge. Their plan to drive the townsfolk away entails appointing a black sheriff, an outrageous move designed to incite fear and unrest among the predominantly white residents. This premise sets the stage for a series of comic misadventures and satirical commentary that define the film's essence. While some critics point to its seemingly disjointed narrative as a shortcoming, others argue that this lack of a traditional, linear structure serves to emphasize the film's irreverent tone. Many reviewers commend Brooks for his bold approach to comedy. They note that he manages to tackle sensitive issues such as race, authority, and societal norms with a distinct flair that few filmmakers dare to attempt. There is a genuine acknowledgement that Brooks has earned a unique privilege as a comedic voice. His fearless style allows him to navigate controversial themes with humor that, for some, transcends boundaries. However, this very audacity raises questions among critics regarding whether Brooks' humor remains effective or falls flat in the context of modern sensibilities. While some laud the film for its unfiltered approach, others express discomfort with its treatment of race and the implications of its comedic choices. The humor in Blazing Saddles is multifaceted and can be dissected from various angles. On one hand, there are those who revel in its slapstick moments and sharp parody of Western tropes, viewing them as a refreshing take on a genre often filled with serious undertones. The film's ability to continually surprise its audience with unexpected gags and visual punchlines is often highlighted as a testament to Brooks' creative genius. On the other hand, some viewers reflect on the slapstick nature and an almost overwhelming number of jokes, feeling that while the film aims to provoke laughter, it sometimes sacrifices narrative coherence for comedic effect. The film's cast also garners praise, particularly Cleavon Little as the charismatic Sheriff Bart. His performance is often described as pivotal to the film's success. Little seamlessly embodies the role, adding depth to a character that is both a comedic figure and an instrument of social change. Conversely, some critics suggest that the supporting characters, while entertaining, often fall into caricature, which might detract from the overall impact of the film's message. Cinematically, Blazing Saddles is considered a technical marvel for its time, featuring a mix of wide shots and close-ups that effectively capture both the grandeur of the Western backdrop and the absurdity of the narrative. The film's production design, coupled with a memorable musical score, enhances the comedic elements, further engaging the audience in its playful tone. Ultimately, Blazing Saddles remains a film that invites diverse perspectives, sparking debate over its lasting relevance. For every viewer who appreciates its reckless humor and fearless critique of societal norms, there is another who questions the appropriateness of its gags. The film stands as a monumental piece of 1970s cinema, encapsulating Mel Brooks' signature style, a blend of irreverence and insight that captures the complexities of the human experience. As audiences continue to revisit Blazing Saddles, they grapple with the balancing act of humor and sensitivity, reflecting broader societal changes since its release. Regardless of one's stance, the film undeniably leaves a lasting impression, solidifying its place in the pantheon of classic American comedies. As the credits roll on Blazing Saddles, it's time to turn the spotlight back on the colorful cast that brought this wild ride to life. What became of these iconic figures after the laughter faded? In this bonus segment, we peel away the layers of their careers and unveil the intriguing paths each one took following the film's release. From the sharp comedic timing of Cleavon Little to the brilliant wit of Mel Brooks, the journey didn't end in 1974. You will discover how some of them soared to greater fame, while others faced unexpected challenges in Hollywood. We dive deep into their stories, revealing secret projects, surprising collaborations, and the highs and lows that shaped their lives over the decades. What drove these talented individuals in an industry that is as unpredictable as it is glamorous? Stay with us as we explore these captivating tales, providing insight into the legacy of the film and the ongoing impact of its beloved cast on the world of entertainment. Mel Brooks portrayed Governor William Lepetomaine in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, bringing a mix of comedic naivete and absurdity to the role. Lepanane is charming yet clueless, embodying the reckless leadership in a town where chaos reigns. Brooks's performance highlights a satirical take on political incompetence and the ridiculousness of authority. The character's antics serve as a focal point in the film, amplifying the humor while critiquing societal norms. After Blazing Saddles, Brooks continued to create a legacy of comedy, directing, and producing films like Young Frankenstein and Spaceballs. However, his life wasn't solely filled with success. Brooks faced personal challenges, including the tragic loss of his close friend, comedian, and actor Zero Mostel, who passed away unexpectedly in 1977. In the 1980s, his marriage to Anne Bancroft was tested by the pressures of fame and the industry. They managed to cultivate a lasting relationship despite these hurdles. In recent years, Brooks has remained relatively private, focusing on his legacy and influence on comedy. As of the latest updates, he continues to be celebrated for his contributions, but details of his personal life have become more guarded. The enigmatic aura surrounding him lingers, reflecting both his towering achievements and the shadows cast by personal grief. John Hillerman played the role of Howard Johnson in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, a significant character who highlighted the absurdity and satire of the film's themes. His portrayal of Johnson, a white restaurant owner in a changing town, showcased his comedic talents while also reflecting the social issues of race and identity. The character, filled with wit and a degree of resignation, stood out in a film that challenged the status quo. After Blazing Saddles, Hillerman's career flourished with memorable roles, most notably as the meticulous Higgins in the TV series Magnum P.I. His performance garnered him several accolades, including an Emmy Award. However, behind his on-screen success, personal struggles loomed. Hillerman faced challenges with typecasting and the pressures of fame, resulting in bouts of solitude. An incident in 1987 saw him embroiled in controversy when a stalker targeted him, causing significant anxiety. In his later years, Hillerman retreated from the spotlight, opting for a quieter life. He was known for his love of literature and art, living in Texas where he focused on personal projects. The last known information indicates that John Hillerman passed away in November 2022, leaving behind a legacy marked by his distinct roles and the complexities of his life experiences. His journey, filled with both triumphs and struggles, remains an intricate part of Hollywood history. Alex Karras played the role of Mongo in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, a character noted for his immense strength and surprising gentleness. Mongo is a hired thug who becomes a surprising ally, providing both humor and unexpected depth to the film. Karras brought an authentic physicality to the role, which was key in contrasting the comedic elements with the serious undertones of the film. Karras's life extended far beyond his film career. Born in 1935, he gained fame as a professional football player with the Detroit Lions, earning multiple Pro Bowl selections. However, his life was not without turmoil. In the 1980s, he became embroiled in the sports betting scandal that rocked college football, facing scrutiny and legal pressures. Personal struggles cast a shadow over his later years. Karras dealt with the effects of dementia, likely stemming from his football career, which he openly discussed. This condition highlighted the darker side of sports where the physical toll on athletes became tragically apparent. In recent years, Karras fought health challenges until his passing in 2012, leaving behind a legacy of complexity as an athlete, actor, and person grappling with profound issues. David Sharp played the role of Man in Suit in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, a film known for its sharp satire and bold comedic approach. In this small yet significant role, Sharp embodied the ideals of authority within a comedic context, contrasting the chaos that dominated the film. His presence highlighted the absurdity and hypocrisy of the characters navigating through a racially charged Western setting. Sharp's career spanned various stages, but it was after Blazing Saddles that his life took a darker turn. He faced personal hardships, including battles with addiction that affected his relationships and work. While he continued to act in some projects, the bright spotlight of his earlier career dimmed. Sharp became entwined in several scandals, one notably involving legal troubles due to financial misconduct when he mismanaged funds entrusted to him by friends and colleagues. In the years following the scandals, Sharp's health deteriorated. He grappled with isolation and a declining public image. By the late 1980s, he vanished from the industry, leading to speculation about his well-being. His last known whereabouts were shrouded in mystery, with little information surfacing since. As of now, details about his life remain elusive, leaving fans and scholars pondering the fate of this once prominent actor. Gene Wilder's portrayal of Jim in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles is a striking example of his unique ability to blend humor with depth. As Jim, Wilder brought a complex character to life, navigating the absurdity of the film's satirical take on racism and the Western genre. His performance was marked by a mix of charm and vulnerability, showcasing his talent for eliciting both laughter and empathy from the audience. After Blazing Saddles, Wilder's career continued to flourish with notable films like Young Frankenstein and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. However, his life was not without challenges. Wilder faced personal hardships, including the death of his third wife, Gilda Radner, from ovarian cancer in 1989. This loss deeply affected him, leading to a period of grief and reflection. He also dealt with the pressures of fame and the darker side of Hollywood, including the scrutiny of his private life. In later years, Wilder became more reclusive, focusing on writing and painting. He published several memoirs, revealing his struggles with anxiety and the impact of his early life experiences. The last known information about Wilder indicates that he passed away in 2016, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a profound influence on comedy. His life story remains a testament to resilience in the face of personal tragedy and the complexities of human emotion. Cleavon Little gained fame in 1974 for his role as Bart in Blazing Saddles, a landmark film that satirized racism and genre tropes. Little's portrayal of the witty and resourceful African-American sheriff was groundbreaking in a comedic landscape often dominated by stereotypes. His performance showcased his incredible talent and offered a unique voice during a tumultuous time in America. Little's career continued with various television roles in shows like The Jeffersons and Knight Rider. Despite his early success, he faced challenges in securing leading roles, often battling Hollywood's racial barriers. Little dealt with the pressure of fame while struggling with personal hardships, including a battle with substance abuse. He was open about his struggles, using them as motivation to connect deeply with his craft. In later years, Little participated in theater, showcasing his talent on stage. He faced health issues, including a battle with cancer. Cleavon Little passed away in 1992, leaving behind a complex legacy of both triumphs and challenges. His impact on film and society endures as a reminder of the changing landscape of American cinema. Harvey Korman's portrayal of Hedley Lamarr in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles remains a noteworthy element in the landscape of comedy. As Lamar, Korman embodied the archetypal villain, filled with cunning and charm. His performance balanced absurdity and menace, showcasing his comedic timing and ability to deliver sharp, satirical lines. This role solidified Korman's place in the hearts of audiences and in cinematic history, setting a high bar for comedic antagonists. Korman's career continued with successes in television and film, including The Carol Burnett Show, where he was celebrated for his comedic sketches and character roles. Yet, while his professional life flourished, personal struggles loomed. Korman faced significant hardships, including a painful divorce from his first wife, a confrontation with an impending identity crisis, and dealing with the pressures of fame that often left him grappling with loneliness. There were whispers of a turbulent personal life fueled by the pressures of the industry and requiring him to navigate emotional challenges. In his later years, Korman remained a beloved figure, often returning to the screen with newfound wisdom, but also an ever-present vulnerability. He passed away in 2022, leaving behind a legacy that serves as a testament to the complexities of fame, creativity, and personal struggle. His journey reflects not just his achievements, but also the trials faced beneath the laughter, revealing a man as layered as the characters he portrayed. Slim Pickens, known for his role as Taggart in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, brought a distinct charisma to the character. His portrayal of the dim-witted but loyal henchman added a layer of humor and depth to the film's satire. Pickens' signature voice and expressive mannerisms made Taggart memorable, even as the film tackled heavy social themes. In the years that followed Blazing Saddles, Slim Pickens faced both triumphs and tribulations. He became a recognizable face in westerns and comedies. However, personal struggles haunted him. His father's death during his early years in California led to a turbulent upbringing. Despite his success, Pickens battled alcoholism and the impact it had on his relationships and career. Interestingly, he was involved in several scandals surrounding his outspoken views on Hollywood and politics. which often placed him at odds with industry standards. In his later years, Pickens experienced health complications that led to his passing in 1983 from pancreatic cancer. Despite the darkness in his life, Slim Pickens left an indelible mark on film, and remains a figure of both comedy and tragedy. Patrick Labyorteaux played the character Henry in the 1974 comedy Blazing Saddles. His role, though not the leading one, contributed to the film's absurd humor and sharp satire. Labyorteaux brought a youthful energy to his part, showcasing a knack for offbeat comedy. After Blazing Saddles, his career took him through various television roles and appearances, with significant parts in shows like Family Ties and JAG, illustrating his versatility as an actor. However, behind the scenes, Labyorteaux faced personal hardships. He grew up with a difficult family life, including struggles related to his mental health. In interviews, he has spoken candidly about the turmoil of his childhood, which involved adoption and feelings of isolation. Labyorteaux also encountered challenges typical in Hollywood, such as typecasting and the occasional scandal, but he maneuvered through the industry with resilience. As of recent information, Patrick Labyorteaux continues to work in the industry, focusing on producing and directing, while also engaging with fans through social media. His journey reflects a life of creativity shadowed by personal battles, yet he remains a figure of intrigue in the entertainment world. Madeline Kahn's role as Lily von Stupp in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles showcased her unique talent for blending humor with a certain dark allure. Lily, a sultry saloon singer, became a memorable character, marked by Kahn's comedic timing and impeccable delivery. Her performance garnered significant praise and helped solidify her status in Hollywood, transforming her into a sought-after actress. However, Kahn's life was not without its struggles. Behind her successful career lay personal hardships, including battles with anxiety and depression. There were rumors about her tumultuous relationships, including one with fellow actor and writer Peter Bogdanovich, whose own tumultuous life often overshadowed their time together. After Blazing Saddles, Kahn continued working in both film and theater, earning an Academy Award nomination for her role in Paper Moon. A series of highs and lows marked her career before her untimely death from ovarian cancer in 1999. She left behind a legacy of complex characters and a profound influence on comedic acting. Despite her struggles, Kahn is remembered for her indomitable spirit and her ability to make audiences laugh, even in the darkest times. Count Basie played a significant role in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, contributing to its lively musical atmosphere. His appearance as himself showcased the blend of comedy and music that defined the film, yet it hinted at a darker undercurrent in his life. Despite his success, Basie faced personal hardships, including battles with alcoholism that threatened both his career and health. In the late 1960s, the music world saw a shift, and Basie struggled to adapt to new styles that overshadowed big band music. Throughout his life, Basie dealt with controversies, including clashes with record labels and the financial struggles that came with maintaining a large ensemble. His later years were marked by health challenges, including a stroke in 1983 that affected his ability to perform. Yet, he remained an influential figure until his death in 1984, leaving a legacy complicated by his difficulties. Today, Count Basie's music still echoes, influencing generations, while his life serves as a reminder of the fine line between success and struggle in the world of fame and artistry. Tom Steele played a minor but memorable role as a townsman who famously fell from a chair in the 1974 classic Blazing Saddles. This scene, filled with humor and chaos, underscored the film's larger satire on race and Western stereotypes. While his time on screen was brief, it left a lasting impression, embodying the film's absurdity and charm. After Blazing Saddles, Steele faced various challenges in the entertainment industry. He struggled to leverage his small role into larger opportunities, often overshadowed by more prominent cast members. His career slowly dwindled, leading him to take lesser-known roles in television and theater. Beyond his professional life, Steele's personal circumstances grew increasingly complicated. He encountered financial difficulties and battled periods of depression. Rumors of a troubled marriage circulated in the industry, adding to his instability. His later years involved a struggle for recognition and respect in a competitive field that had largely forgotten him. Last known information suggests he lived quietly, attempting to reconnect with former colleagues and find peace away from the spotlight. The legacy of his role in Blazing Saddles remains, but it is accompanied by the shadows of his personal battles. Sally Kirkland played a brief yet memorable role as a cashier in the 1974 comedy Blazing Saddles. Her character, though small, contributed to the film's satirical take on race and the absurdities of the Old West. This role marked a significant moment early in Kirkland's career, showcasing her ability to shine even in minor parts. As her career progressed, Kirkland found herself facing numerous challenges. In the late 1980s, she struggled with addiction, which led to a tumultuous period in her life. Her personal hardships included notable scandals, such as a turbulent marriage to actor Michael Ritchie and a highly publicized affair with the late actor John Cassavetes. Kirkland faced the pressures of Hollywood while battling her demons, leading to moments of isolation and despair. Despite these struggles, she persevered, garnering acclaim for her performance in Anna in 1987, which earned her an Academy Award nomination. In recent years, information about Kirkland has been sparse, with sporadic reports of her involvement in various art projects and spiritual endeavors. Her legacy remains rooted in resilience and determination amid a complex life. In the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, Robin Hilton portrayed the character Miss Stein, a role that captured attention with its blend of humor and seduction. Hilton's performance was notable for its striking presence, contributing to the film's commentary on race and Hollywood stereotypes. After this breakout role, she briefly enjoyed a surge of interest in the entertainment industry, appearing in several television shows and films during the mid-1970s, including guest spots on popular series like The Dean Martin Show. However, her career faced challenges. With the rise of more established actresses, Hilton struggled to find substantial roles and eventually faded from the limelight. Her personal life was marred by difficulties, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, which took a toll on her stability. There were whispers of scandals, but few details emerged in the public sphere. Following her departure from acting, Hilton lived a more private life, shying away from the celebrity spotlight. The last known information about Hilton suggests she has remained largely out of the public eye, choosing to stay away from the pressures of fame. She has become a figure of intrigue, remembered for a brief yet impactful moment in cinema history. Don McGowan played the role of Gum Chewer in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, a memorable character in a movie known for its sharp humor and social commentary. Although his part was minor, McGowan's performance contributed to the whimsical absurdity of the film. The character was depicted as a gruff cowboy, adding a distinct flavor to the comedic ensemble. Following this role, McGowan's career took a turn, and he faced significant challenges. He struggled to find substantial acting roles in the years that followed. Personal hardships plagued him. He battled with financial difficulties and health issues. Behind the scenes, he experienced the tragic loss of family members which deeply affected him. Although he had some television roles, they were not enough to revive his earlier success. Notably, he was involved in a rather public and contentious divorce. In his later years, Don McGowan faded from the limelight, leaving little trace of his activities. The last known information suggests that he lived in relative obscurity until his passing in 2018. Richard Farnsworth's role as Sheriff Bart in the 1974 movie Blazing Saddles stands as a defining moment in his career. His portrayal combined humor with a nuanced understanding of the law, bringing a magnetic presence to a film that challenged societal norms. Farnsworth's character was unique, blending authority with vulnerability, which helped to push the boundaries of what audiences expected from a comedic sheriff. After Blazing Saddles, Farnsworth faced personal hardships. He struggled with depression and anxiety, which sometimes overshadowed his professional achievements. He dealt with the stigma of mental health issues during a time when it was not openly discussed, creating an invisible burden in his life. Additionally, Farnsworth was a motorcycle enthusiast, and in 1980, a tragic accident severely injured him, leading to chronic pain that affected his later years. Despite these challenges, Farnsworth continued acting, earning an Academy Award nomination for his performance in The Straight Story in 1999. Late in life, he faced cancer, ultimately choosing to end his suffering in 2000. His story remains a poignant reminder of the struggle many artists face beyond the spotlight. Dom DeLuise's role as Buddy Bizarre in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles showcased his unique comedic talent. Bizarre, a flamboyant character, added a layer of absurdity to the film's already outrageous narrative. DeLuise's performance was marked by his ability to blend humor with a touch of chaos, making him a memorable part of the ensemble cast. His portrayal contributed to the film's satirical take on the Western genre, highlighting his knack for physical comedy and improvisation. After Blazing Saddles, DeLuise's career flourished, but it was not without challenges. He faced personal hardships, including struggles with weight and health issues, which affected his self-esteem and public image. Despite these challenges, he continued to work in film and television, often collaborating with friends like Mel Brooks and Burt Reynolds. His life was also marked by the tragic loss of his son, which deeply impacted him. In his later years, DeLuise became a beloved figure, known for his warmth and generosity. He remained active in the entertainment industry until his health declined. He passed away in 2009, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and a complex personal story that resonated with many. His final years were spent reflecting on his career and the joy he brought to audiences, a testament to his enduring spirit. David Huddlestone's portrayal of Olson Johnson in the 1974 film Blazing Saddles remains a noteworthy performance, characterized by his comedic timing and earnestness. As the well-meaning townsman advocating for progress, Huddlestone brought a unique blend of humor and sincerity that solidified this role in the hearts of audiences. His ability to engage with the ridiculousness surrounding him revealed his skill in navigating the film's satire with grace. After Blazing Saddles, Huddlestone's career spanned several decades, featuring notable roles in films like Santa Claus the Movie and television shows such as The Wonder Years. However, his life was not without challenges. In the late 1980s, he faced financial difficulties that led to his filing for bankruptcy, a situation that led to a significant shift in his lifestyle and career path. Struggles with depression also haunted him, stemming from the weight of personal and professional pressures. In his later years, Huddlestone remained a respected figure in the entertainment industry, participating in various projects until his passing in 2016. The legacy he left behind, however, is marked not only by his performances but also by the resilience he exhibited throughout his life's trials. His story serves as a reminder of the complexities intertwined in the existence of an artist. As we wrap up our look at Blazing Saddles, it's hard not to reflect on the impact this groundbreaking film had on its cast and viewers. For many, it might have been a childhood favorite, filled with laughter and unforgettable moments. The film tackled sensitive issues with humor, breaking barriers in ways that felt revolutionary for the time. Each actor faced unique challenges. Cleavon Little, stepping into the role of Bart, defied stereotypes, while Gene Wilder brought his own brand of humor that created a lasting partnership on screen. Madeline Kahn's performance remains iconic, showcasing her talent and versatility. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Did you watch Blazing Saddles when you were younger? What memories does it bring back for you? Share your stories in the comments below, and let's reminisce about the laughter and moments that made this film a classic. Your experiences may inspire others to revisit the film or see it in a new